This is going to be a slightly different trip report. You'll probably notice that right away. We all know that Vegas isn't normal right now, and the transformation was pretty stark. Luckily, I was there for the transformation, and can present it to you guys all in one shot. Here's the Vegas Shutdown trip report.
Is the ace of Vegas, the ace of Vegas.
My trip to Vegas was pretty standard when we started off. Flew in with Frontier Airlines because they're cheap and fast. $100 to take us from Denver to Las Vegas and back is the sufficient way to start a trip and start the savings counter. We took a lift to the Strip and bypassed a very empty taxi line, which is pretty standard with the advent of Lyft and Uber. Certainly not a new thing, but little did I know it was an omen of things to come. A quick appraisal of the Wynn was all I needed to know that things had already become very different. The empty marquee, sparsely populated casino, and lack of line at the check-in counter was unlike anything I'd ever seen before. The Wynn was at 40% capacity this trip between the Wynn property and the Encore property. I think Encore was somewhere around 18%, while Wynn was closer to 60%. So that's about right. That said, it was a pretty solid opportunity to get a free upgrade to a superior room. Whoa. Alright, let's go ahead and get a little bit of light. The $20 technique was a success once again, extending my 100% win streak at the check-in counter. We got upgrades from a standard deluxe king room to a panoramic view king room at no cost. Combined with our 4,400 gems used in the Wynn Slots game to save us the resort fee and the actual room rates, we saved a sum total of $630. That's $440 on the room rate, $90 in resort fees, and $100 on the upgrade fee. This left me with some extra cash to head down to the Strip.
Alright guys, you got two choices. You can stay up, or you can go down.
First, we stopped for a drink and a snack at Parasol Down, before being alerted to the presence of one more set of Vegas vloggers in the area. So I decided to go crash the party with Sin City Nerds. We played a few slots and I ended up burning about $20, so that and my happy hour cost me a total of $50 for the night. You can't put a price on a good party, and there was certainly a party to be had in New York's Piano Bar. Tim from the Vegas Paradise was nice enough to meet up with me, Nick, and Kayleen for a few birthday shots. Ultimately, it really felt like a typical night in Vegas and was a wonderful way to spend some time with some friends. Leaving the Wynn was easy to do. No lines at checkout and still hardly anyone in the casino. I decided I could use some sun and did a little walk about the north side of the Strip. I stumbled upon the construction site for the upcoming Resorts World Las Vegas. It's topped out right about now at this point, and the construction work hasn't slowed down a bit. After that, it was time to check into the new Park MGM, and that's when it all hit me.
Alright guys, we are going in through the main entrance over here, Park MGM. Worth noting that this is the valet and the rideshare area as well, so keep that in mind. Alright guys, here we are checking in to the Park MGM, and there's no way to check in.
Vegas was slowly but surely shutting down. Checking into the Park MGM is normally done through an automated check-in machine, but not this one. This one was done via the VIP check-in counter. Not quite the check-in experience I expected, but interesting. I'd say the experience of Vidara's VIP check-in was a little more fun than this. That said, it gave me an opportunity to get another $20 technique squared away. This time, the tip resulted in a higher floor and a food credit due to the lack of rooms at Park MGM. On the bright side, I did receive free resort fees at MGM too, which was a rarity at an MGM property, one that I only ever replicated at Mirage. I'm not sure if it's because the clerk was used to checking in VIPs who don't normally pay resort fees, or if it's because she was being nice, but I'll take the win either way. Those nights there at Park MGM were about $80 a piece when booking, and the 135,000 MyVegas loyalty points settled that very quickly. Combine that with the $42 nightly resort fee and a $30 food and beverage credit, then I walked away with $274 more in my pocket than I initially would have.
Alright, and welcome to Park MGM. Alright.
The room itself was comfortable, recently refreshed, but not completely redone. Definitely a step above the old Monte Carlo, but not my favorite Vegas hotel that I've ever stayed at. But then again, it's nearly $300 more in my pocket, so no complaints. Not until the dark times, anyway. Not until the letter. Yes, that's right. Governor Steve Sisolak had given the order. Las Vegas was meant to shut down, and the Las Vegas Strip hotels were the first on the list. MGM Resorts International reacted quickly. Citing their concern for my safety, MGM formally stated that by March 16th, their operations in Vegas would cease, including their casino operations, leaving me with only a few hours to pick up the last of my MyVegas Slots rewards. With only a few hours before the casino was set to close, I made my move on 4 casinos: Park MGM, New York, New York, Luxor, and Excalibur. Now obviously the 100,000 loyalty point investment with New York, New York leaves me with my $25 MyVegas Freeplay to use at their machines. But why spend so much time hitting the other 3 casinos? Well, that's because in addition to whipping up a free $25 bet from MyKonami, we also got to participate in Mlife Birthday Freeplay. Yes, if you come to Las Vegas on your birthday or within a week before or after the actual date, then Park MGM, Luxor, and Excalibur Las Vegas will add $25, $20, and another $20 to your free play balance to be used at their properties. And that's all without a stay. All you need is your Mlife loyalty card, saving us an additional $90 of coin in. After playing the slots and video poker, we were left with a cool $70 profit on top of the $90 used in the machine, cutting our costs down even further. Ended the night there, but I also had to take a walk up the strip. This is where I noticed the big changes. After the letter had taken its toll, the Park MGM had already started shutting machines down and reducing staff on the floor. Restaurants were reduced to takeout only, assuming they were open. Retail shops didn't fare so well.
And here we are at the pool. So normally to host Primrose is unfortunately closed because of the virus issue there.
Even the new refreshed pools at the Park MGM were abandoned. The high-profit daybeds and cabanas closed for the season despite the mid-March heat.
East Pool over here, which may or may not be closed by the looks of things.
With no bars or no snack stands to enjoy my room credit at, I was forced to move on. The rest of the strip had a very similar look. Anywhere south of Caesar's Palace was almost abandoned. North of Mirage and Treasure Island was destitute, save for a few pockets of resistance fighting for their continued right to party. And party, we did.
Ace of Vegas here, hope you're doing well. And this is the Vegas All-Stars all day. All right, let me do a little turnaround. Right on cue.
Right on cue.
Perfect timing, here it is. And this is the, what are we calling this, the Quinn bus?
Bang bus.
Bang bus all day. All right, guys, let's get it started. Okay guys, we are back for the group poll. It looks like things are alive and well here at Cosmo. So we're gonna get down the stairs and start playing. Little moolah money, here we go. Touch it! Touch it! It's in!
Pushing the bitterness of the loss of our hotels out of our minds, the greatest crossover in Vegas tubing history commenced. Sin City Nerds, Hagen 2 Cent, Matt Bridger, Cinnamon Girl, That's What She Said in Vegas, and Anasis 617 joined forces for the final group poll on the Las Vegas Strip.
Is that all of them? 10 left.
We battled the machines at the Cosmo valiantly, hitting bonus after bonus. But with their competitors collapsing around them, it was only a matter of time before Cosmo would be like the rest. So the holds were incredibly tight.
Yeah, all these.
We're all together, so I know we're not going home.
Oh no, party time.
In a world that's falling apart.
All right.
I love her.
Check out the full group poll and the link to Hagen 2 Cent's channel below. After the grand finale at Cosmo, it was time to take a look at the now dark Aria Hotel and Casino.
No music on.
No moves.
There's no music. I've never.
It really is.
Tables are empty. The tables are entirely empty. Except for that guy laughing maniacally in the background.
That is
a little creepy.
Mr. Corona.
Okay, we need to go.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Look at this, it's so shiny.
Yeah, it's super clean because no one's coming through here. Like, I immediately got offered an upgrade just because I showed up. I didn't even need to offer the tip or anything.
Really?
Alright. Yeah, tell him a scam probably. Is it mandatory curfew going on? Well, if it is, we broke it. Right? We'll find out. I mean, I already... I have not seen National Guard outside yet. The fuck was that? Okay. This is new.
Alright.
Okay. Oh. The floor is...
May I have your attention, please? The casino floor is now closed.
We gotta go see this.
When the clock struck midnight, it was official. MGM Resorts had fallen. But this was only the beginning. Reports from the party came in. Plaza, Cosmo, Wynn and Venetian had all started closing their doors, leaving the Las Vegas Strip only to Caesars Entertainment and the Fremont Street Experience, all but dark. Later that week, every casino hotel in Las Vegas would shut its doors as the pandemic took hold. With all these canceled reservations and the end of my trip, it was time for a final walkthrough of Park MGM. It was fascinating making my final walk on the way to the Strip. I never felt this way before. Usually by the end of a trip, I'm a little Vegased out, having partied a little too hard or indulged a little too much, but without all the usual food options, the shows, or the lounges, things felt incomplete. No cabana for me to sneak my way into, and getting upgrades seemed just a little too easy this time. In fact, I didn't have to ask for a single one. I managed to save nearly $1,000 on this trip, and when it was all said and done, I functionally only paid for my flight there and back as well as my lifts. What made the trip one to remember was certainly the people, no doubt, but one thing was certain, Vegas was done. Finishing this video was difficult. I avoided writing it for some time in hopes of Vegas returning sooner. And now that there's at least a light at the end of the tunnel, I do feel hopeful. I feel like the savings are going to grow. I feel like we'll be able to party, and party hard in the coming months. Certainly not May, probably not June, and maybe not July. No, for a while, Vegas won't be our beacon in the desert. For now, we'll continue to support Vegas from afar and illuminate it with memories and hopes of returning to paradise soon. If nothing else, my final tally of $158 spent and $994 saved gives me comfort that I'll be able to return to Vegas soon without breaking the budget. Well, that's all there is for today's video, my spinners and sharks. I'm sorry we had to deliver today's content on such a solemn note, but if anything, it teaches us how to appreciate what we have and to look forward to building more cherished memories. Now, as always, if you enjoyed today's content and found it informative, I'd appreciate a like, and feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. That way you'll be able to enjoy a different trip report that I have planned with a bit of a happier ending. Until next time though, this is Ace of Vegas signing out, wishing you all strong hands, happy spinning, and good health.